Hello, this is Jen from Acorns and Twigs. We are live, and tonight we are making a Mother Earth little felted figurine. Um, I hope that you guys, the people that are joining us tonight, hopefully have a kit to make along with me. If you don't, that's not a problem. We do have uh, We do have more kits on the website, and this replay will be up for you to watch, the next probably forever. I'm probably never gonna take it down. So, yeah, people are joining us from Facebook, from inside our membership, Keep on Crafting, and also for the first time, I'm streaming into YouTube. So, let me know in the comments where you are watching this live from, and if you're on our Facebook page or if you're joining us from YouTube, that'd be pretty exciting to see how that works on here. But yeah, so um, let me just pop in a link real quick for the supplies. If anybody doesn't have it yet, you can um, still order that here. That should be in the comments now. Um, yeah, so we have plenty of, oh, there's an echo. Can you guys hear me okay? See if I can. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me and if there's an echo or not, hopefully not. Um, but yeah, tonight we are making a Mother Earth needle felting. So with that, we need, so in the kit that we offer on the website, it's in the events. So up in our menu on the top of the website, if you, well, you can obviously click this link, but otherwise it's, hi Penny from Southwest Missouri. Hi, I'm in Southeast Iowa. So um, that's kind of around the corner, both Midwesterners. So yeah, in the on the website, there's an events tab up in the header in the menu. If you click on that, it will show you all the future events that are coming up, and the Mother Earth one is the first one on that page. And if you click on that, it says register now. You don't have to register, obviously, but if you scroll down on that page, you'll see the kits that you can buy for this. Anyway, so, with that, in the kit, you get some light skin wool for the hands, the arms, the neck, and the face. And then I am giving mine, I put in like a gray wool for the hair. Obviously, you can, if you have your own wool at home, you can change this into any colors that you want. You can change the skin color, you can change the hair color, the clothing. It's very versatile, so you can do whatever you want. But this is what's included in the kit. Fun fact: the gray, or the, I guess, light brown that it is, her dress in this example is actually camel hair. So it's Russian camel hair, which is kind of fun to play with and see the difference between camel hair and wool. And then we have a whole bunch of this organic undyed batting, which is sheep's wool, merino. Okay, let me go ahead and turn on my camera on this side so you can see. Okay, so we have the skin, light skin, we have hair, gray, we have a dress color, and then we have the bulk of this is what we're gonna start working with. And then also what's included is a pipe cleaner. I would recommend just cutting that in half. That way, her arms aren't too long, and then you can also just keep it for another project. Maybe you'll have extra wool left over and you can do another one. But yes, we'll only need half of the pipe cleaner. Any pipe cleaner would work. I like one that's not too flimsy. I noticed that some pipe cleaners are thinner than others, and so I like to have one that holds its own shape nicely, not too cheap. The ones that you can get like the Dollar General store are sometimes a little bit cheaper. But yeah, so I see 2 people commenting from Facebook. Is anyone on here watching from YouTube? That would be really nice to see if I can get the comments come in from there too, since it's my first time streaming onto YouTube. I also wanted to kind of make a little bit like a gamified version of our live here tonight. So if you can share this video onto your page, just hit that share button and then come back here and write this hashtag. Oop, let me see, where is it? This hashtag, empowered by fiber. So you need that pound number and then empowered by fiber, and put that in the comments, and anybody who does that after they share, I'm gonna do a giveaway at the end, and we'll pick a winner, for anybody who puts that in the comments for us. Try to get this, out there to as many people as possible, and, just that's how you can do it, the most effectively is when people share this and comment on here, then the algorithm likes it and shares it to other people, and we can get more eyeballs. So the more the merrier. And maybe if we can, we'll see how we do tonight, but like maybe we can get, if we can get to like 20 people watching live. Right now we have 5. If we can get up to 20, then I'll add another, I'll draw another name for the giveaway for, and I think the winner will get the supplies for this. So I'll send them a kit. Uh, so that will be the winner for, anybody who shares this video onto their page and puts the hashtag empowered by fiber into the comments, as well as once we hit 20 people watching at the same time, I will also draw a winner. And if we can keep going, who knows? I don't know what expectations to set, but I just kind of figured if we can maybe get up to 20, that would be really great. Okay, well, let's get started. So we're gonna start with the core wool. Do you guys maybe not even need to see my face? Maybe we'll just do. Okay, and I can bring it down closer once we start working on. Hi, Linda. Oh, Linda. Let's see. Okay, I remember we were talking today. Oh yeah, you bought the kit and you didn't have any questions, right? That was you. Glad you're on here. Good. Okay. Um, yes. So you didn't miss anything. We are just now starting. Thank you for sharing. Yes. So she has shared this live onto her page and then put in the hashtag empowered by fiber. That means she is entered to win one of these kits. Okay. So what we're going to start off with is we basically need. I want to break this into 3 sets. We need to save some for this apron here and her belt. We need to have some for her head, her little um, scarf, and then we need, like inside her head is this white wool, and then the body. Okay, so this is the bulk, her body part. So I'm going to take half of this for that, and then I think I'll take a long strip for her head. Okay, and then we'll leave this for her clothing, so her apron and her scarf. Okay, I'm just going to put this to the side and put the head wool to the side, and then we'll just, you know what I'm also going to do is I'm going to grab a chunk of this and put it to the side just in case I mess up and need more. Okay, I always like to put some to the side. Okay, so what we're going to do, hello Anna, oh, sound is buzzing. Okay, let's see. Um, oh, I can turn off sound. Okay, I might have turned off the mic for a second. Let me know if you can hear me and if the sound is better. Thank you, Penny, for sharing on your personal and business Facebook page. Awesome. Um, so more the merrier. So I'm giving away. Okay. Can anybody? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Probably. Okay. Can you still hear me? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me. I might just have to leave both of my cameras up like this. Okay, better. Wonderful. Okay, so with this, what we're going to do is we're going to build this part of her body, and it's kind of like a cone. So she's wider on the bottom and skinnier on the top. Okay, and whenever you're doing this, you want to roll this really. Oh, it's 15 says. Just checking one more time with the sound. Can you hear me or not? Why do you want to get that? How about this? I switched the microphone because I have a microphone on my computer and I also have a microphone on my phone. Does the phone work better? Can you hear me now? I bet you barely could hear me because I had my earphones on. I will never get this. Okay, everyone's saying yes. I can hear very now. Okay, very well. Good. Let me know if the buzzing is gone too. So what I was trying to say is that when you are rolling wool like this, you want to roll it as tightly as possible because that will speed the process up because you're squishing all that air out of there. And so I like to fold it in on one side so that it gets a little bit thicker so that we're making that cone shape. Okay. And so we're just and I'm going to pull it all the way to the last fibers and just keep wrapping it that way. Like when I let go, it's not going to just pop out, right? So that's those very last fibers you want to just go all the way through. And this is really soft and squishy, so I'll be able to get it more to a point with this. Okay, so one thing that the kit does include all the wool that I just showed you, but it's cutting out. I don't know how to fix that. Is it the sound that's cutting out or just? Okay. There's a foam included, not included. So what's not included is the foam and the needles. And on the page where you can buy the supplies, you can also order the foam and the needles. There's a link there. And I recommend the green needle and the yellow needle. Green is a coarse, like it's a little bit thicker, and then this is a fine needle, the yellow one. So we're gonna leave the fine one for later. I like to finish up and do my finishing touches on that, and then but start off with the green one because this will get the most impact. So we're just gonna stab. What's important with needle felting is that you go straight in, straight out, because these are very, very thin. I don't know if you can very thin, and you can some kind of see those barbs on there. They only go to about here. So you don't need to stab very far, but you do need to get these first few, like this half an inch. You need to get like a half an inch in there. Okay. So, and you want to, and it will snap if you put too much pressure by coming out like at an angle. So straight in, straight out, and watch out where your fingers are at all times. Okay. So I'm just going to stab around on all sides. Better now. Okay, I think we got it. I think I figured it out. So I have to mute my phone and turn the mic on my computer. And maybe I can't lean back too far, otherwise the computer won't pick up the sound. I'm taking notes in my brain. Okay, so I'm just stabbing on all sides. I can bring this down maybe. How's that? Okay. I'm stabbing all over, and then I'm just going to keep turning it around so I get it from all sides. I like to work on the base first and then go at it on the ends later. And because I did such a good job of tightly rolling it, I really don't have to do a whole lot of felting here. No sound. Well, I didn't change anything with the sound. So if you can't hear me, let me know. Why does the sound keep cutting out? This is so weird. Is anyone else having issues with the sound? So I'm just going to felt this and keep trying to get, so this part I'm going to push in like down a little bit so it's not as bulky, and then I'm going to try to get this to be a bit of a cone shaped. Okay, so I'm seeing other people saying my sound is good and I can hear you since the start. So I don't know what's going on. I apologize if you can't hear me. I don't think there's anything I can do because some people are hearing me. So I don't know if it's a problem on my end or not. But thank you for letting me know. Okay, so the hashtag that's up on the screen, make sure you put that in the comments after you share this video, and just put that. So we're trying to get people to share the video onto your screen, onto your pages, to get as many eyeballs on here as possible. And then once you've done that, come back and put that hashtag in the comments, and then I will draw a winner at the end to give away one of these fiber kits, one of these supply kits. And then if we can get 20 people to be watching at the same time, we're at just 10 right now. If we can get 20 people, I will draw a second person and see if we can get another winner. This is a really awesome way for you guys to help me help support our business and get as many people, share it as much as possible so that we can teach needle felting to as many people as possible. I am on a mission. That's why I chose this hashtag, because I think that there's a lot that can be said about empowering people, especially women, to create their own art and create their own crafts and make things with their hands. And it's healing, it's meditative. You can really, work through your emotions, stress, happiness, anything. And so I am on a mission to empower as many people through fiber. Okay, so don't worry too much about the shape. It is really soft still up here, so I'm going to go at it in this direction. We're still at the very beginning of this process, so the shaping will come in later. Right now, we're just trying to get this core base going. Let me know in the comments if you have ever needle felted before, or if this is the first time, if you're doing it right now with me, if you've never done it, if you're just watching, kind of lurking in the background, seeing if this is something that you would be interested in. If you have any questions, let's get the conversation kind of started outside of my sound issues. Yeah. I am streaming this inside our Keep on Crafting membership, as well as on our public page, and also for the first time on YouTube. So I'm kind of excited to see how that goes for me on YouTube, if that's a thing, if people like seeing this sort of stuff done live. This is probably the most tedious part of the project. You just kind of have to keep stabbing at it until you feel like you have like this is, I haven't even worked on this end yet, so it's still really soft. I can like pull the fibers apart, right? But up here, I can't really pull, I can maybe pull one or two fibers out, but not like a lot. So it would take a lot of effort for me to pull this apart now. So that is good. That is what the felting process is we're kind of just tangling the wool so that it mats and it shrinks down and gets firm. Didn't get a needle with the kit. Mending needle is not working well. No, you need a special felting needle. So we didn't include the needles in the kit because these are something that you can reuse for many projects. And so if you already have one, you didn't need one. There was a link on that page where you bought the supplies that also took you to the the felting needles. So what's not included in the kit is the foam, which I'll put a link right here. Shoot, sorry that you didn't get one of those. A mending needle will not work. So here's the foam link and then the felting needle link. I recommend getting the coarse and the fine needle on this. Let me put that in here. Okay, so I recommend getting the green one and the yellow one. So that's a coarse and a fine needle. This is a special type of needle. It has barbs on the end of it. Let me see, where's my camera? You can see that, how it has like these barbs in it. So that's what is causing the wool to felt. So it like catches a fiber and pulls it into the middle. Ooh, now it's echoing. I can hear an echo. Can you guys still hear me? Gosh darn it. How about now? Can you hear me if I switch the microphones around? I think that might be. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to do some testing with this software because this is my pain point every time I go live is the sound. Can you guys hear me? Can you let me know in the comments? I guess that'll be the conversation for the evening is. I don't know if my earphones died. I had them charged, so I shouldn't. But yeah, let me know. Yes, Penny can still hear me. Okay. Let me know if anything is off on your end, like echoing, buzzing, cutting out. Okay, so I like the way this is turning out. Okay, I think I just need to add. So now this is going to be my base. So I really want to make sure that it's flat so that it stands later on. So I want to work on this for a while. You're going to need a foam. If you don't have one of these, you can either order one, and then they're also reusable. So you can use this for several projects, many projects. Needle felting projects. And then, or if you don't want to invest in a foam yet, because you just want to try this out for the first time, then, I mean, they're pretty inexpensive, but if you don't want to, you can use like a towel. You just want to make sure that your needle isn't hitting the table. because that will, first of all, damage your table, and second of all, it will make your needle, there's a good chance it will snap because it can't hit a hard surface. Um, so either a kitchen towel, it's not as good as a foam because it does have more resistant, like I can go into this foam, right? Uh, so that's the benefit of having one of these foams, but you can do a towel that's better than, at least it would be softer than a hard table. And then, or you can use like a clean sponge, kitchen sponge, or you can get like a car sponge, one of those bigger ones that are like, I don't know, they're like this big, from the dollar store. You can use those. They just will eventually start to like break down. So you won't be able to use them for as many projects as you would for these, which are made for this purpose. But it works. So, okay. I think that'll work. I do want to get a little bit smaller on the top because we're going to add some more layers on here when we do the head. So I don't want it to be too wide on the top. Otherwise she will have really, really wide shoulders. So I'm going to have this be a little bit more dense. Felt it down a little bit. Don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, we're at 10. I think we were just at 12, but now we pop back down to 10 viewers currently. If I see that number pop up to a 20 viewers at the same time, then I will draw a winner for one of these kits. So make sure that after you share this video, that you put the hashtag empowered by fiber art into the comments, because that's what I'm going to use a system that is going to automatically draw names from anybody who puts that hashtag into the comments. So go ahead and hit the share button and then put that hashtag in the comments for me. We're back up to 12. If you're just now hopping on, we are needle felting a Mother Earth. I should put this right here so you can see it. Doesn't have a very flat back. There you go. That'll work. Okay. Okay, so I think we're doing good. I'm going to go even smaller here up on the top. See how this is still really squishy compared to this? I could like get this down to about half the size. I don't need to, but I do want it to be a little bit more firm so that the head isn't wobbly when I put it on top of there. So, but you see how this really went into a really nice, like a cone-ish shape. I just keep turning my piece over and over so I'm getting it from all sides. Don't worry about smoothing it out or anything. It can still be bumpy and lumpy because we're gonna put her the top coat, her dress over that, and that will kind of smooth it out a little bit. Right now we're just working on getting the shape and the stability. Thank you for sharing. Is this Shiola? Is that how you say your name? Shiola. Thank you. You are now entered to win one of these needle felting, these supply kits for the Mother Earth. So this video will be up. You can catch the replay. We will also be putting it on our blog so that it will live there forever. So it is not too late to order your supplies. We have plenty. We have an endless amount of wool here in Acorns and Twigs. This is in the warehouse. So this is one of the kits that we do not have like a limited amount. We can ship endless amounts, basically. But yeah, okay. So if you don't have your supplies and you think this would be something fun to try, go ahead. There's a link somewhere here in the comments if you scroll up. I believe it might also be in the description. A link to the supplies, and you'll just want to add a foam and some needles, which also on that page there's a couple hyperlinks for that. I didn't include it in the kits simply because I didn't want to. You never know if people who are ordering this are like serial needle felters already and have enough. It's kind of one of the things that ends up like piling up. Like I have I have a gazillion needles and foams because of all the kits that I've ordered. Not because I sell them. Like these are, I don't think we don't sell this one in our store. This is in our store. Ours are, um, I don't have one. I think this was in a kit. I don't have the ones that we actually sell. Ours are lighter. We have a like a bluish colored one and a white one. Not that that matters. Color does not matter. There's no um difference. But yeah, I just grab whatever I find. Okay. Thank you, Christine, for sharing. You are now entered. And we are at 11 viewers right now. So if we can get that up to 20, I will be drawing 2 winners. Yes. Okay. So that I think is good enough for the body. I like the shape. It's not, it's about the same as this one. And then we'll add the head onto it. It might be a little bit taller, this one. So I'm just gonna maybe. Okay. So for measurements, if anybody matters, I never measure my things, but people always ask me. So I'm going to, let's see here. This is about 4.5 inches. This is 4.5, so it's a little bit less than 4.5 inches tall. The base is, I would say, a little bit less than 2 inches, and the top, that really doesn't matter. That's like less than 1.5 inch. I'm not a measurement kind of person. I like to just wing it. So like my things are always different shapes and sizes, and that I think that makes it fun. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Let's move on to the head. So I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to take this piece that we put to the side earlier. This is just, you want to kind of have a longer piece, because what I like to do to kind of, it's a little bit of a trick, is I like to make a knot into it, which will help me speed up the process. So I like to pull on it nice and tight. Don't pull too much, otherwise the fiber will come apart. But I like to have that knot in there to just kind of give me a base, and then I'll just wrap the rest of it around into a ball as tightly as I can. Again, so that we're squeezing out as much air and compressing it with our fingers as much as possible. And then I'll just carefully stab those ends right there so that it doesn't pop back open. Put this over here so you can see what I'm working on. We currently have our Mother's Day sale going on. There's a collection on our website. It's also in the header. It says Mother's Day. And there's a bunch of things in there that I think would make great gifts, either as a kit for somebody who is crafty or for yourself. And then you make it, and then you have a handmade treasure to give to somebody. It doesn't necessarily always have to be your mother. It could be anybody's mother. So maybe you have an aunt or a sister or a neighbor that is also a mother, and want to get them something. So we have a collection on the website right now with a bunch of stuff that I picked out that I think would be giftable. And the theme is I got it from my mama because I realized that a lot of us have learned our love for crafting or making or even fiber arts specifically from our either a mom or a grandma or just somebody who was older than us that kind of mentored us, um, and shared their knowledge. And I believe that that is really important to continue doing for the next generations and passing it down. So all you have to I have, like, for example, I have 4 kids, and so they all know how to needle felt. They all know how to embroider. They know how I like to roll it in my hands just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And let me check the size. I think that's a good size. Yes, I did well. Okay. Um, Let me think. What will we do next? I think we'll do the arms next. Okay. So, oh, before I forget. So the Mother's Day, we have that collection on the website, and then we also have a Mother's Day gift box that I put together real quick. I want to show you. So it's a simple box, and it has ooh, things flying out at me. But yeah, so we have the embroidery kit, and it has a little tea bag and then a cute little card that is actually seed paper. So you can plant this and flowers will grow. And it's a card that you can write a little note in and give it to somebody that you love that is a mother or a mother figure to you or to somebody, guardian or anything like that. I feel like there's so many options, so many opportunities. Okay, so I am going to take the light skin color that I have here, and I'm going to split it in two because we need one for the head and one for the arms. So I split it. I would say that one side's a little bit bigger. I'm going to put that one to the side for the head because we do need more for the head than we do for the arms. Here, this one, the smaller, I'm going to also pull apart and make into two sections, one for each end. Okay, so with this, I like to tease it out. This is actually more than plenty. I'm actually going to forget what I just said. I'm just going to take a little bit, right? And I'm going to just kind of, the advantage of using a pipe cleaner versus just some kind of wire. Uh, do I ship to Canada? Yes, we do. We ship everywhere, but the it depends on what you order, like how big the box is and the value. But if I think I don't know what the number is, the dollar value in Canada, but once you hit like a certain amount, then it'll go through customs and you'll have to pay customs, and that's for the responsibility of the customer. But we do it, more than happy to. So just know that there might be custom charges on top of that. Excuse me. Okay, so the advantage of a pipe cleaner versus just like a wire, I mean, you can do it with a wire, but it's going to be easier with a pipe cleaner because the cotton holds the wool sticks to it better. So I like to start back a little bit further in, so not at the end, and then this is very thin. So I'm gonna hold it down a little bit and pull, not too much so that it comes apart, but I'm gonna just kind of wrap my wool around. This is really thin. I would recommend being a little bit thicker. So here we go. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm wrapping this so that you don't see the black anymore, nice and tight. And then once I get about there, okay, I can still see the black and that's okay. But what I'm going to do is right here where there's lots of the skin color already, is I'm going to fold it back, squeeze it, give it a good squeeze, and then keep wrapping. That way, the end of the wool, and then I like to tease it just a little bit so it's not too chunky. And then I'm going to keep going. Oop, I'm falling apart. Look, so that's not a problem. Mine got too thin and it broke. That's not a problem. I just go to the very last fiber. Okay. and then I'll keep going a little bit because I want to get the whole arm. Okay, so we want to go pretty much the whole length of the pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to start again here. Again, this is getting really thin. And you just want to, this takes a little bit of practice. If you don't like what happened, pull it off the pipe cleaner and start over. But I like to just kind of, and then you can twist it. You want to make sure that it's nice and tight so it doesn't just like slip back off. Okay. But not too tight that your wool separates all the time. So it's just kind of a bit of a feeling. And then you can gently wrap it. You want to make sure that it's about the same. So mine got a little bit thicker here on the top. So I'm going to go back and make this part thicker too. So it's not like a super scrawny little arm compared to these big chunky hands. Okay. So, and then I'm just going to keep going back down very thinly since I went over that part like 3 times technically. Okay. So I'm just going to, once I get to the middle, I'm just going to pull this off and work those last few fibers in there so it doesn't unravel. You will not see this middle part, so don't worry about that. This is going to be fine. Okay. So I did get thin right here, and that's okay because you won't see it. You're only going to see about maybe up to here. Kind of looks like a Q-tip. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to fold it over, pulling it nice and tight so it doesn't get too thick. Okay, so I folded that over. And then I'm just gonna, you want to do it slightly with a little bit of tension. Keep control over. And this takes practice. You just kind of have to do it a couple times before you feel like you got the hang of it. But we have plenty of wool in the kit, so you can, if you can't reuse it, like if you pull this off and to start over and you can't reuse it, that's fine. Just grab some more. There's way more than you need in this kit for the skin color. Okay, this side got a lot thicker, also not a problem because we're not going to see it, okay? So this can be messy, this can be thick, this can be thin, it doesn't matter. You just want to concentrate on getting a cute little nub on the ends for the hands, okay? Any questions so far? Looks like we're at 7 viewers right now. We might need to go through another round of sharing. Okay. So that's, we're going to set that to the side. Now we're going to work on the head, the skin part of the head. Now, this is too small. This isn't enough. I don't want it to be too thin that you see the white come through. So I am going to take a bigger chunk of this wool. I'm going to spread it out a little bit, but don't let it get too thin in any spots. That might have, you can like I got a little bit thin here, so I just kind of teased it back. So you want it to be about like that. And then I'm also going to take a little bit from here and kind of make a string out of it. Not too much. I'm just, not actually twisting it, but just kind of teasing it apart so that I can use it to wrap around later on. So just gonna go like that, okay? And I'm gonna put the head in the middle and bring it all around the ball so that we have a nice smooth surface, okay? This could actually be a little bit bigger. I think I am gonna go bigger on this because I want to be able to, so I'm getting thin, but okay, so I'm gonna go bigger so that it's a bigger like area, and then I'm gonna put some more on there so it's not too thin. Okay. But you don't want it to get too thick on any spots. Otherwise, you'll have like a lopsided head. It'll be like a lump on one side. Okay. So I packed it in there like that, right? And you want to make it as tight as you can. This might be a little bit thin here. So that might be the back of my head. Not a problem. As long as it's not like that everywhere. Um, but I do think that this is still too thin. I am seeing a lot of white coming through, so I'm just going to keep adding a little bit more pink to it. Okay. Okay, I like that. So now I have this, and I'm going to take this piece that I used that I made like a long thread with, and then I'm going to tightly wrap that. Oop. This is the tricky part. So you have to hold it with your hand still. Okay. I lost it. I got all mixed up. Ugh. Okay. That didn't go very well. I think I need some more. You don't want to use too much, otherwise you'll have like a band of wool here, but you do want enough that it will close it off. Okay, so you just go into the very last fiber like that. And if you feel like it might fall apart, I would take the fine needle, and maybe give it 1 or 2 stabs, not too many times, so that you don't have these, you want to keep it as smooth as possible so you don't have any um, holes, indentions, or anything. But I'm just going to go around with the needle a couple times so that it looks like this now. Okay. The next step is to take your body. We're going to put the arms on top of the body, and then we're going to split this here a little bit in half. And we're just going to, let's see if you can see this. So I'm going to take this, put it on top, and put that over it. Okay. So that's how I'm layering it. I just have to do it here this way. You just might not see it with the angle of the camera. But I'm going to pull this down as tightly as I can without it separating. And then I'm going to give it a couple stabs. Be careful because my hand is on the other side. But I'm just going to give it 1 or 2 different stabs. Be careful that you don't stab the pipe cleaner. That can make the needle snap. Okay. So I'm just gonna, so that I'm just doing it just basically so that it holds the tension, because I'm pulling this down quite a bit. I don't need all of this. I'm just doing it so that I can let go of it again with my hand. But I'm just giving it a couple stabs. Okay. So my arm got a little bit lopsided because this will pulled it down. So you want to be careful with that you don't do that, so that the arm can be a little bit more flexible. What I forgot to say about the Mother's Day boxes is that the embroidery kits can be customized. So we will randomly pick one if I don't hear back from you. But if you wanted to pick one of the ones that are on our website, if you had like a specific one in mind because you know that they, I don't know, love elephants, or we have some really cute ones that are animals. Then we have some that are botanical. We have some that are female, woman empowering, that like one's doing yoga, one's baking, one's reading, one's on their bicycle. So it's all about women. And okay, so what you want is, first of all, you want to figure out which side is going to be the front the face and which one is going to be the back. And I think this one is going to be the face for me. I'm just going to stab this down a little bit so it's got a little bit out of control. Okay, so this is going to be my front. That means that, what was I going to say with that? Oh, you're going to see a little bit of her chest right here because the dress is going to go over this way. So you don't want to stab this area too much so that you don't have those holes. If you do, like I just did, you can very carefully, because this is what, only if you trust yourself, otherwise your needle will break if you do this, because you don't want it to snap. But I like to just gently fluff it back up so you don't see those holes. But yeah, so you just want to stab around everywhere else. We're not going to see any of this because we'll be putting the dress over it. Okay. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. Oh, what just happened? Lost my comments. Okay. Oh, I just did that. I want to move my chair a little bit. Okay. That's the yellow one. So I'm doing this again with the green one, just to make sure that it's nicely fixated. Okay. That is good. You should be able to slide the arms a little bit to position it in case they got lopsided, but you don't want to pull it all the way out. Okay. Okay, trust the process. It's a really big head and short arms, but it'll be okay when we're done. Okay, so we're done with the light skin colored wool. That's left over. Now we're gonna work on the dress. So you're gonna grab the camel hair, and let me think. Yeah, I want to take a section of this off and do the shoulders first. So I took a section, took this section. I'm going to leave this for the skirt part. And then this, I'm going to actually split in half again. One for the left side, one for the right side. Okay. And we're going to just scrunch it up a little bit so it's not too wide and lay it over her shoulders like that. Okay, like kind of like a sash. And I'm just going to crisscross it a little bit, make sure it just doesn't spread it out a little bit so it doesn't get too thick in one spot. But just kind of go like that, give it a couple stabs. Down here where we're going to put the skirt over it, so you're not going to see this. Just give it a couple stabs to fixate it. I'm not going to stab at all up here, just so it stays nice and smooth, and doesn't look too like punctured, not punctuated. Punctured. Okay. That's just enough to fixate it. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. You don't want to go too wide. I mean, unless you want like long sleeves, but I feel like that you risk the arms getting pinned down. So I like to keep them shorter up here. And then I want to have a little bit of flesh showing through here, a little bit of cleavage for Mother Earth. And just going to wrap this around. Okay. And then stab it down here where we're going to cover it anyways again. Can go up a little bit higher on the back side. Although this doll will not have long hair. Sometimes we make dolls like the fairy here. I don't think you guys can see that. Can you see that? She has long hair, so you don't see the back like at all. But since my Mother Earth has her hair up in a bun, you do see the back. So you just want to be cautious of how much you're stabbing on that. We got 7 people watching right now. I'm not worried about it. It's all good. Most people watch the replay. I'm actually okay with not having like hundreds and hundreds of people watching me live. That would make me really nervous. Um, especially when I'm working with needles. But we get a lot of people watch the replays. So like by the time I wake up, there'll probably like 300, 400 people that have watched the replay. So that's really cool. But it still does help when you share, because even then they're watching the replay maybe by the time they see it on your page. It's kind of weird how the algorithm works, but okay. So I lost my cleavage, so I'm going to go down a little bit, tease it with my hands. Now I'm not going this way with the needle. I'm going at an angle to kind of, that also helps to avoid those puncture things. But here, so you see these ones, but that will be covered by her apron, so we're okay. Just checking the time, so we're an hour in. I'm going to, okay, there's that, and then we're going to do the skirt. So I'm just going to take I put her arms up a little bit, and then look at all this vegetable matter. I had a customer, she was kind of upset this week, yesterday and today. Her box got damaged, and that is upsetting, absolutely. But when I saw the pictures, none of them had, the box hadn't actually been punctured, so she was complaining that the wool was dirty and she had to pick out a bunch of stuff, and I understand that it was very frustrating for her. But I think what she was talking, at first I thought she was saying, because the box was damaged, it got like a bunch of who knows what in it. But since the box wasn't punctured, I think she was just talking about like the vegetable matter that's in wool. There's nothing I can do about that. Sheep are very messy eaters. Okay, so I'm going to just wrap this around. I'm just kind of playing with it, looking. I don't want it to go too long, too far past the edge. So I'm going to rip some of that off. And I'm just going to wrap it around her. Okay. And then we're going to fixate it with the needle. Just a little bit here, very light, couple stabs, not going in very deep. But yeah, sheep are messy eaters, and so they get, even though this wool has been cleaned and carded and skirted and combed and tiled, well, none of this is dyed, this is all natural colored. There's still a few pieces of grass and vegetable matter in there. And you just, if it bothers you, you pick it out. If it doesn't bother you, it stays in and is part of a natural product. Like this one right here kind of bothers me. You just pick it out if you see it and it bothers you. I was able to resolve the issue with that customer. She, yeah. Sometimes, you get frustrated, and I understand it was frustrating. She's on our birthday club. She had signed up for that, and it was her birthday, so she got her little gift from us. And so she placed her order, and then it came all damaged, and that just sucks. I totally get that. But there were some other issues that she had with our packing, and we reuse a lot of anything. Like if we can reuse it, we will, because I believe 100% in recycling and reusing and reducing. And so, yeah, we might give you a oversized Ziploc bag. It's just how it is. If you don't like it, you can put it in a different bag. It was really not like it didn't affect the product. So we ended up being able to fix everything. Okay, so I'm going to, what you can do is like just round it around on the end if you have a little bit too much. I like to do that so it has a nice smooth edge. Okay. This is what it looks like so far. Put her arms down. Now she needs hair. Don't think that this is so lopsided though either. I'm gonna tease it a little bit so that this, there we go. Now, if I had a little bit more time, I would maybe also keep stabbing at this to get, because there's a lot of air still in there. I can tell that it's very squishy. While I don't like to firmly felt it, because I don't want, like, I want this to look like a living fabric, right? I don't want it to be super felted, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But I could get this a little bit skinnier, because I do feel like she has, her arms are really skinny compared to the rest of her body. But for this live, I'm just going to leave it like that for the sake of time. Let's give her some hair. Okay. So with the hair, I want to sit down again so you can see me. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start at this point only using the yellow needle because this is a finer needle, and so you won't be able to see any lasting holes as much. I mean, you still will, but it's good for like fine detailed work. And so I'm going to use that from here on out. Okay, let me just think real quick. So how did I do her hair? I'm gonna pull some of this. Actually, I want to do this in half. Don't cut it. Never cut your wool. But I'm gonna pull it in half. See, it's hard. I'm having a hard time pulling it because my hands are too close. So I have to move my hands out a little bit, and then I'll be able to. This has a really long, it's called a staple. So these fibers are really long, and I had to move my hands out a lot further than I have with the other stuff today because this is actually, so that's also kind of fun. This is bat, and it's like a big fluffy cloud. You can't really tell because it's a small piece, but when we get this, it's like huge, right? And so it's like this big cloud of wool. And this, when we get it, comes in a rope like this. And so it's just like this never ending long rope that actually comes in a ball, like a big ball of yarn. And this has been combed. And so all the fibers are parallel on this, even though this has a lot of crimp to it. So it looks really, still kind of looks fluffy and messy compared to our other, which I don't have here to show you, but actually I do here. So this is considered, this is top, and it's super smooth compared to this. See how this still has some, see if I can tease this apart a little bit. I don't know if you can really tell on the camera, but anyways, this is roving. This is combed wool because this has been combed. Like it literally is like yarn. I mean, I can still take it apart, but it has more of a hold. Oh no, I lost my horse. But yeah, okay. Getting off topic. I'm just gonna put this over her. Now, you just wanna play with it. This is where you're gonna give your doll a lot of character. So, putting it further down will make her look older, okay? The further back will make her look younger. You might wanna give her a part. You might wanna leave her hair open, long, beautiful, flowing silver hair. You might want to do braids. You might want to give like a side part. There's so many different things that you can do with this. So you just want to give your own character. Turn this upside down. I don't know what that was. But I'm just going to stick with what I did last time. And so I'm just going to pull it backwards. Maybe pull it down a little bit, make her look a little bit older. I wonder if you guys can hear the cars outside. They're revving it up. Let's see the young ones. And I'm just going to wrap it around and just squish it so that I don't have like a bald spot. And then I'm going to give it a couple stabs here and there. You don't want to do too much so that it stays nice and fluffy and looks like actual hair, because if I felt it too much, it's going to be like too plastish, if that's the right word. But I'm just going to kind of fixate it here a little bit. And I think I will give her a little bit of a part. I like that right there. See how that changes everything versus this? Both are good, but that's also really pretty. What should I do? I like that one. Let's do that right there. So I'm just going to stab it along the line a little bit. Okay. You don't have to do too much because we're also going to put over the scarf. So that's really helpful when you have when you're a beginner, because then the hair is, I think, the trickiest part, because you want it to look like it's still like hair and flowing and could blow in the wind. But okay, so then I like to set it up a little bit and see this needs to come down a little bit, right? So you want to look at it straight on. And you don't want to make her head flat in any area. So this is kind of the artsy part of it. I'm not going to give this one a bun. You could if you wanted to. So you could take some extra wool, wrap it into a ball and put it somewhere. You could also put a braid on here, or pigtails, but I don't think pigtails are very appropriate for Mother Earth, an older silver-haired Mother Earth. Okay, I like that. She almost looks like she has short hair. Isn't that pretty? Wow, those cars are annoying out there. Hope you guys can't hear them. Okay. Oh, look how much bigger she is. Yep. It's okay. Okay. Now we could stop here, but I think she looks really good with an apron. So we're going to add that. What you need to do, let's see here. I have this much left over. So I think this will be the scarf and this will be the apron. Okay. Yeah, this is a really great project for beginners, because it's actually my favorite, even though I'm not a beginner. I love doing this the most because it's so forgiving, and there's not really a lot of skill of being able to make certain shapes and legs and arms and tails and ears and all that sort of stuff. I get really frustrated, especially on smaller projects, but this, I think you're just like laying it around and fixating it, and I think it's a great beginner's project. I agree. Okay. This part. Oh shoot, I forgot my tool. Let me go grab it, see if I have it in my office. I don't, but that's okay because you don't have one either. So I do have this one. So this is a a pen. It's like it's kind of like a pen, and it has 3 needles in it, so it goes faster. I was looking for one that has 7. I love using that for when I'm like doing something flat and making like a fabric, like I am with her uh, apron. But that's okay. So I'm just going to use this one, but you can definitely also use it with just 1 needle. It just takes a little bit longer. And since we're here on a live, I don't want to take up too much time. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a piece. Excuse me. I'm also going to split the thickness so it's not too thick. Fold it into about the shape that I want it to be, and then I'm just going to stab it down. Now, one thing you have to be cautious of, so I'm going to make it a little bit of, this isn't a triangle. What would this be called? Is it a trapezoid? A long trapezoid? Oh. What you have to be careful with this is that you don't go too long without lifting it off of the foam because it's going to stick in there. You can't tell yet because I haven't done it very often, but you'll see here in a second. And you don't want to do that because you'll otherwise rip off chunks of your foam and it will be stuck to your wool, and that is sad. So I'm just going around the edge for sure to make sure that it's a fabric with a clean edge. I also like this project because it's something that you can do in a couple hours. You can, sometimes some projects take multiple days. You know, you work on it and you have to step away from it. Okay, so I'm going to pull it off the mat. I don't know if you can tell. Actually did pretty good. But see how it's stuck to the mat a little bit? Just going to flip it over. I'm going to take the vegetable matter out of here. Some grass. Stab it from the other side a little bit. I really like how it looks right now, so I'm not going to go too much into it. Here, I would also recommend using your yellow one if you have 2 different needle sizes. I don't know what's in this, but it's working. Not stabbing very deep, not going too far into my mat because there's not a whole lot of wool thickness, so I really don't have to go very deep. Okay, I like this. Let's try it on. Yes, that'll be good. Could have made it a little bit longer. I'm going to tease it a little bit, maybe. I like to go a little bit higher up to there, about almost to the shoulders. And then when I put the belt on here, it'll fold over a little bit. I think that'll be nice. Okay, so that's what this looks like so far. Perfect. And then I guess I could make a belt. Just take a little bit of this. I've got really thin here. So what I'm going to do here is actually fold it in half. Lift it off the mat and then fold it. Doesn't really matter. Fold it in half so it's not as wide. Okay, it's good enough. And now we're going to put it on her. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to clean up this top edge here a little bit. If you are new, I recommend having some Band-Aids close by. I don't think I've ever met somebody who hasn't stabbed themselves at least once on their first project. Should have maybe had that at the beginning, huh? That was a warning. Okay, so I'm going, oh, look at that grass right there. Just gonna flip it over. Grass be gone. Okay, I actually think that this could be a little bit skinnier. Yes. See if I made it long enough. I did. Yay. Oh, I want to use my green needle on that. I didn't like the tool because this is already so firm, and you risk when you have multiple needles stabbing at the same time that one gets bent if there's too much tension, too much pressure against it. And so I don't like working with multiple needles on that. So I'm just fixating it in the back, tidying it up a little bit so it's a nice clean edge. Okay. If you want to give it more of a defined edge here, okay. So this is her so far. The lights are really bright, so you really can't. There we go. Okay. Cute. Now, if you want to give her a scarf, you do pretty much the same thing. You just take a little bit of fabric. I like to go thin on this. Make it a long strip like this. Punch it down on all the lengths. Ooh. Just about snapped my needles. Take it off the mat. Turn it around, do it again. Try to make sure that it's about the same width. It's not lopsided. We do still have some rainy day kits. These are our weaving kits right here. We have some of these left over on the website. If anybody's interested, I can put the link in the comments. They are on sale until they are gone because they were for our Fiber Fiesta that we did back in February. We have a lot of kits left over. So yeah, those are on sale, and yes, adds character. She is Mother Earth. I agree. Okay, so this could have been a little bit wider since the head is so big. You could also go all the way around and it would be more like a bonnet, but I like to, so on this one, I left it nice and loose on here so it kind of sticks all the way. Makes it look like she's actually wearing. But you know what? You could also do a scarf, maybe in a different color. That would be nice. Or we have one at home that has a reddish brown scarf, and she only wears that in winter. So it's kind of fun. The kids like to be able to add layers. She has mittens and all sorts of fun things on our nature table. So I'm just gonna wrap this around. This is more of a ear warmer in this case. And I'm just gonna stab it down a little bit back here where it's not gonna be as noticeable, and then give it a couple securing stabs along the whole thing. Unless you plan to take it off. And you could, if you really wanted to, you could also go all out, and you could sew her some clothing or some art accessories. Or ours actually does have a sewed. We took a square Let me think, how was it? It was a square fabric, and we cut a circle, I think, and then we sewed just a running stitch around it, and then we pulled on that stitch, and so it pulled it together, and so she has a little bonnet that you can take on and off. And then she has the scarf, and she has cute little um, mini knitted mittens. And yeah, she gets to have her different seasonal outfits on our nature table. Okay, so I think that's good. Oh, this is my first one. I was like, wow, that's really good. I didn't realize I did that. Okay, so this is my Mother Earth for tonight. I think she turned out wonderful. Um, you could give her a little basket. Ours has a little wicker basket that you can buy in like dollhouse sections. I know Hobby Lobby has like a doll house section, and so we got her little basket, and sometimes we put acorns and little seeds in there. And yeah, she's just a really great asset to our. Oh, mine doesn't stand. I'm gonna have to give a couple more steps here on the bottom. Make sure that she stands, but you can just do that here like that. Yes. She still doesn't stand. I will work on that part. But I really enjoyed having you all here. Thank you for. Oh, wait, wait, wait. We're going to draw the winner. Let me do that. Okay, so she still doesn't stand, but I can do that later. I need to wrap up here. Be mindful of everybody's time. Let's see. How do I do it? Okay. Let me pull this up. We have 3 entries. I'm going to give you 2 more minutes to share this video onto your page, and if you want to, maybe tag anybody that you think would be interested in it, that's also very helpful. But yeah, 2 minutes to share it, and then put hashtag empowered by fiber into the comments so that you will be entered for the giveaway. We're going to be giving away one of the supply kits for Mother Earth. And if you already have one, then let me know, and it will be your choice of either getting another one. We'll ship you another one, or getting the first one refunded if you want that. But yeah, 1 more minute, and then we'll draw a winner. Yeah, Teresa's saying she'll finish with the correct needle, but it still came out sweet. Awesome. I saw your briefly. I haven't been in there to look at the comments, but I did see your picture that you posted inside the Keep On Crafting membership. Teresa is one of our members, and she told me on a Zoom the other night that she's working on this big. It's crochet, right? It was crochet, or was it knitting? I'm pretty sure it was crochet. Thank you for sharing, Anna. Uh, but they're working on like a bridge. There was a new bridge in their local area, and so she contributed a big piece of oh no, it's knitting, crochet. I don't remember. Tell me in the comments. I forgot. Uh, but yeah, she did a really awesome job on that. And thank you, Donna. I enjoyed it too. It was fun. I love these kind of projects. They're my favorite. I like them much more than like little animals. I mean, they're good too, but like I guess this one is also one of my favorites. Isn't he cute? Little. His name is Monty. Monty the mouse. He used to tell us. He has a little cute acorn hat. Um, he used to tell my kids fairy tales. So we went into the forest. It was part of our homeschooling program. Um, oh, Donna, make sure you do it as a hashtag. Otherwise, the system won't recognize that as an entry. So do it like, here, let me put it up on the screen. I think it is. Hashtag empowered by fiber. Yeah, so Monty used to tell he would climb up onto his little root that was in the forest, and the kids would sit around and he would tell them a story. And that's one of my most favorite memories of our homeschooling journey. Okay. Donna, you want to get that hashtag in there and we'll put you in the entry too, and then I will draw a winner. Knitted blanket panel. Yes. 44 by 67 inch. Holy cow. Oh, try one more time, Donna. It's one long word. No space. I still only see 4 entries. We need no space and then you'll be entered too. Linda got it in there. Good job. Thank you. Just wait here a second, see if Donna's going to put it in there without a space. Let's see. Yes, now we got you. Okay, 6 entries. Awesome. Let me share my screen so you guys can see when I draw the winner. That might be fun. Never done this before. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay, you guys see my screen? We have 6 entries. I think all I have to do is press this little button and then it will give us a winner. Oh, that's cool. Winner, Donna. There you go. Good thing we waited for you. Donna, you won. I love your avatar. That's awesome. Congratulations, Donna. If you send me an email, let's see, let me get you my email up here. info@acornsandtwigs.com, or I can reach out to you here on Facebook, but somehow we have to connect. And if you have not ordered from us yet, then I'll need your email address so I can send you. Actually, yeah, just reach out to me for email. I need your shipping address. That's what I need. But yeah, congratulations, Donna. We'll be sending you a kit for one of these needle felted Mother Earths, and then you can watch the replay and make your own. I'm so excited. Thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight and hanging out with me. And I will see you around again soon. Our next workshop is going to be in May, so I'm going to do one every month. So this was the April workshop, and in May we will be doing a pot holder. You can buy the kit for that. It's also on the website. Let me put that in the comments. Let me see which one is it. Or register and order. Let me put that in there. Okay. So that's the link for the pot holder box. So you get the pattern card. I can actually put this down and then you can see my overhead again. So you get a pattern card and then all the loops that go with it. And then we'll be making that on a live on May 22nd. So I really look forward to that. Hope to see you all join us there again. We actually had ran out of these this morning. And so I quickly ordered. We have plenty of everything. It's the pattern cards that we ran out of. So I ordered some more this morning and they should be here in a couple days and then we can keep. So I added more to the website. If you order it, I don't know, I guess after maybe 2:00 today, you're probably part of the pre-order thing, but we'll ship your order in a couple days. They're really quick with the printing. And so, yeah, we sold out of the first batch that we had. I didn't think we were going to sell that many. And so happy to do another batch. So we have more coming soon and then we can ship these out. We have plenty of time until May 22nd. But yeah, hope to see you all there. And thank you so much for joining me. Good night.